Shaq, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. What you said, I just pointed out, was factually inaccurate. You should be ashamed of yourself, Shaq. Don't ever bring that nonsense in here again.
Let's get into it, because this one has NBA fans losing their minds. Tracy McGrady threw out a wild statement, and Shaquille O'Neal made it even crazier with his response.
Championship quality team. Replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Correct.
I felt like if I was put in that position to win a championship, I damn sure would show up and do what I do in the playoffs to elevate my team to that level. I just never had the chance. So do I get diminished because I never won a championship?
Here's the setup. T-Mac was on ESPN's First Take when he boldly claimed that if you swapped him for Kobe Bryant on those Lakers squads with Shaq, the results would have been the same.
Of all time, who do you think is the best guard 1v1?
Kobe. I think Kobe. I truly believe Kobe, if there was a one-on-one tournament, no one would be better. That's who he was. That's what he did. That's how he worked on his game every single day. For that reason. He's just a natural-born killer on the court.
He swore they'd still collect all those rings, all that legacy. No drop-off at all. Now stop right there. That's already shaking the room, because we're talking about Kobe Bean Bryant, one of the coldest, most relentless killers this game has ever seen. And funny enough, even T-Mac himself once admitted, if it came down to a one-on-one tournament, Kobe takes it. He called Kobe a natural-born killer on the court. That's from his own mouth, not just fans hyping him up. And let's not forget, Kobe also once said T-Mac was the toughest player he ever had to guard.
You just mentioned Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
He works for us. Magic, you say. You couldn't say enough good things about him.
This dude was unbelievable, man.
How so?
Unbelievable. Because he could do everything. I mean, I think I told him one time, I said, bro, you could do everything I could do on the court, but you were 6'10". Literally everything. I mean, he had no weaknesses, offensively or defensively. And he was a nightmare.
That's real respect straight from Mamba himself. These two weren't just rivals. They actually trained together in Germany, and T-Mac still cracks jokes that he got Kobe in a one-on-one run out there.
Yeah,
I did win.
We didn't play one-on-one.
Who did play one-on-one?
We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing,
Who wasn't keeping score?
we were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff on the post. Let's keep a score.
11-3.
What?
11-3.
I
This is
don't remember that.
I'm not going to pull a number out of thin air. I remember specifically. It's okay, though.
No, it wasn't.
It's all right, man. You had an off day. It's okay. It happens to the best of us, man.
So
it didn't happen to me that day.
But here's where things got messy. Shaq's response. Instead of brushing it off or standing up for Kobe, his teammate, his brother, the man he grabbed 3 rings with, Shaq doubled down.
I don't think I could have won 3 with T-Mac. I think I could have.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what about Vince? Me and Vince.
I feel like
3 in a row.
He looked dead serious and said, T-Mac is right. Then he pushed it further. I could have won 3 with him. I could have won 2 with Vince Carter. I could have won 6 with Steph Curry. Just like that, like anybody with handles and a jumper could step in Kobe's shoes and win titles with Big Diesel. That's when things turned heated. Fans were split all over the place, but Rob G from Fox Sports Radio wasn't letting this slide.
Shaq is credited with being the most dominant player in NBA history. For my money, he is. He is the most physically dominant, imposing player that I've ever seen. Having said that, for Shaq to come out and say, you put Tracy McGrady with me instead of Kobe, we're winning those 3 chips. Shaq, let me take you down memory lane real quick so that we know exactly what we're talking about when it comes to the greatness of Kobe Bryant. You had T-Mac before T-Mac in Orlando. His name was Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was a 2-time first-team All-NBA player, 3rd in MVP voting when he played with Shaq one year in 1996. And you know what happened? Shaq got swept out of the playoffs. 94, 95, 96. 2 of those years with who at the time was the Tracy McGrady, the Kobe Bryant, the Dwayne Wade of that league. Moves over to the Lakers. Swept out of the playoffs. 1998, 1999. 5 times before Kobe reached his ascension, you were swept out of the postseason. One of those years in Los Angeles, you had 4 All-Stars on your team getting swept out by the Spurs. It wasn't until Kobe Bryant made the leap from, hey, this kid's got a lot of potential, to, hey, this guy is legitimately a star player, that they got over the hump. And now I'm going to work backwards from that three-peat. In 2002, Shaq, deservedly finals MVP, dominant in that run. You know, Kobe led the team in scoring 10 times in that run.
Kobe was incredible.
Shaq led him in scoring 8 times. So even though Shaq was the guy in the finals, Kobe was the guy all the way up until they got there. 2001, Kobe led the team in scoring 8 times. Shaq led the team in scoring 8 times. So in 2001, they were at a minimum equal, right? During that playoff run as players. Again, Shaq, because it goes against the Eastern Conference, Cook's in the finals. So the assumption is this is Shaq's team. Shaq's the better player. Shaq was the finals MVP. Going back to 2000, the first one, make no bones about it, that was the pinnacle Shaq. MVP, easily the best player in the year of the year. The most dominant season by the most dominant player I think we've seen from Shaq. You know, in the 2000 Western Conference Finals, Game 7, the one where they were down by 15, where Phil Jackson says on record, we might as well pack it in, guys. We're not winning this game. It's over. You know who led that comeback?
Who that?
It wasn't Shaq. It was Kobe. In that Game 7, decided Game 7, Kobe led the team in points, rebounds, assists, blocks. Had the highest plus minus on the team, or of the starters. That wasn't Shaq. That was Kobe. Hell, I could make a case that Shaq, not only are you not winning 3 championships with Tracy McGrady, you might not even win 1. You do not get by Portland if Kobe doesn't go supernova in Game 7. And now I'm going to bring feelings into it. Shaq, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. What you said, I just pointed out, was factually inaccurate. But to make it worse, in an effort to build up your own mythology, in an effort to remind the younger generation just how good you were, you disrespected the best player you ever played with. You disrespected the man who you spoke at his funeral because you wanted to make yourself feel better. You should be ashamed of yourself, Shaq. Don't ever bring that nonsense in here again. So
he came with facts, not feelings, and his breakdown cut deep. He reminded everybody that Shaq, dominant as he was, kept getting bounced from the playoffs year after year before Kobe leveled up. And let's not forget, Shaq already had a T-Mac type of star in Penny Hardaway back in Orlando. But what happened? No rings, no banners, just early exits. Rob kept stacking receipts. He pulled up the Lakers' actual playoff runs and showed what really mattered. See, this whole thing isn't just about T-Mac. It's about the disrespect towards Kobe's role in that dynasty. Shaq saying, I could have won with anybody, isn't just rewriting history. It's erasing the sacrifice, the obsession, the mentality Kobe lived by. Let's be honest, T-Mac had crazy talent, but even his own fans admit he never had that Kobe edge, that I'm going to destroy you mindset that made Kobe different. And that's why Shaq's words cut like a blade. It felt like a slap in the face to Kobe's legacy. This is the same Kobe who once said Shaq held him back, that they could have had 7 rings if Shaq had taken his conditioning seriously. Instead, we got 3 in a breakup that shook the league. That's the real truth. Basketball isn't plug and play. You don't swap out legends like interchangeable parts. Kobe wasn't just skilled, he was ruthless, obsessed, and absolutely relentless in chasing greatness. To his credit, T-Mac later cleared things up. He said, Kobe's my brother, I'd never disrespect him like that. He admitted Kobe was probably the best player in the league by the time those 2nd and 3rd titles came around. T-Mac wasn't saying he was better, just that he believed he could have won with Shaq too. And that's fair, but even that proves the point. Tracy himself knew Kobe's obsession was one-of-one. So what do you think? Did Shaq cross the line with his take, or was he just being honest? Drop your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.